Hello and welcome back to my videos on GEMASIGN's device called Ratna. Ratna is a device that we developed at GEMASIGN that allows us to analyze gem material. Again, this might be for gem material in a jewelry store, it might be a gem enthusiast, it might be at a gemological laboratory. But the reason we developed this instrument was that normally gemstones are analyzed at least in the gemological laboratory, using a variety of different machines, maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 machines that are necessary in order to identify the gemstone. But each machine does a different aspect of the properties of that gemstone. What we decided to do was to develop one machine, and in that machine put in 3 different light sources, kind of mimicking 3 different machines, all built into one box. The 3 different light sources that we chose for this machine are a broadband white light source, an ultraviolet source with the 22 atomic lines, and a laser source, giving us Raman information. Using these 3 light sources, we feel confident that we can capture a fingerprint identification of a gem material, which we then compare to known material that we've stored and captured, stored in a cloud, but captured on one of the GEMASIGN machines. Today I'd like to analyze a stone which is a 3 millimeter, I don't know if you can see it, 3 millimeter round orange stone. And the first thing we're going to do is measure it on the white light source. So we put a little aluminum disc. Aluminum disc has a little hole in it that allows light to come through. It's a little smaller hole than the diameter of the stone. So this allows that any light that's going to go into my probe is going to be light that did go through the stone. So what I can do here, I can position it, so you can see it's about 1 centimeter above the stone. And I'm going to just click on the screen for broadband analysis. And there it is. It gives me a beautiful broadband spectrum, very nice, strong spectrum. I don't know if you can see that. Next, I'm going to do a capture of the UV by doing the same kind of thing. Just hold it about 1 centimeter above it and click UV. And it says it's saturated, which means a little bit too much light got into the detector. I can always go and move the probe a little bit further away, and therefore less energy will get into the detector, and it'll give us a nice spectrum. Now, some material are very transparent to UV, so you can run into a saturation problem, but it's not a real difficult thing to overcome. Basically what you want to do is you want to just bring the probe a little further away, and there's the value. Okay, again, I can see the spectra, looks beautiful. In time you get to learn what types of problems can get creeped in. For example, in a UV, most stones will absorb an absorption at 507. So if you see a 507 on a UV, you want to just be sure that you're not getting some leakage from around the stone. Using the laser on this, we see the stone actually, I don't know if you can see, the stone turned a little red. Put on a special laser tip, and we're going to capture now the laser spectra. Again, this allows us to get a very complete picture on a spectroscopic picture of our stone. All right, all 3 spectras are in. Let's send it to the cloud and ask the cloud to give me a qualitative analysis of these 3 spectra to tell me what is the stone. Now I happen to know, because I built this capsule, this is a natural sapphire that's yellow. And let's see if the GEMASIGN machine, looking at the 1,500 different gemstones that are in the cloud, if it can pick out the one that best matches the natural yellow sapphire. In fact, in the cloud there are about 100 different sapphires, stones that are stored in the cloud. So it's really in the process of looking through all of the stones to tell me, what does this pick out? And in fact, it picks out a natural yellow sapphire is its choice, which is exactly the correct answer. All right, so there you have it. That's the analysis of that particular stone. I see I can continue here. So let's pick another stone here. Let's pick one that I say is a natural diamond that is fancy yellow and natural color. All right, so I already have the tip on the laser, so let's do the laser analysis first. Okay, so there we got a nice, lights up nice and yellow. So that will clear the screen here and go to do an analysis, the laser analysis first. And that was a weak signal. Let me try to do it again. Still weak. Surprised I'm getting a weak signal on this. That's unusual. I'm surprised I'm getting that. There we go. Not sure what was causing that, but there's from that signal. All right. And we'll bring it over to the UV. Change the tip. Put that on there. Okay, and going down and capturing the UV signal. I can barely put the probe right on the tip of the stone. The stone happens to be small enough I can get a signal right through the stone. Okay, that looks good. And lastly, an absorption spectra on the broadband. Again, I put the probe tip, because it's hollow, I can put it right on the top, right on the culet of the stone. The stone is upside down, so the culet, the pointed part of the stone, is faced up. And I should be able to get a picture, get a spectra here. Sometimes what happens is you can get a spectra. You just put the stone right down into the well and put the probe right on top of it. That's another. You don't have to use the aluminum. There we go. And with those three spectra, let's do an analysis. To get it out of there, I use a little blue tack that allows me to just pick it up and drop it off, so it keeps everything very clean. Put the cap on the broadband light source. And we're going to wait here now to see what the AI software tells me the best match for this particular stone is. Takes about a minute and a half. Again, there are over 20,000 spectra that are currently in the library, and so it needs to look for the very best match overall for the three that I got from this stone just now. Again, we're looking for a correct prediction of a natural diamond natural color, which is exactly what I got. Natural diamond, natural color. And if I want more information about that stone, I can look over here and the more information, and it tells me that in fact the stone is a fancy greenish yellow, which is correct, and it's of natural color. Anyway, so that's the analysis for this, and again, the GEMASIGN Ratna device once again gave exactly the right prediction of the identification of this stone. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you'll come back to watch some more instructional videos on the GEMASIGN Ratna device. Thank you for coming.